Alright folks, so for this episode I just want to talk about rules for road trips and getting the most out of any sort of traveling experience. There's two major rules that I think should be followed by just about anybody who's trying to do some sort of adventure. Number one would be eliminate distractions. Number two, force yourself to seek out adventure. Now, with eliminating distractions, some of the obvious ones, put down your cell phone. When you're driving around, do not have your cell phone in your hand. You're obviously and endangering yourself and others around you. Number two, you're missing out on everything that's outside your window. Second part of that, music. Don't be playing your music real loud. There's no reason for that. I mean, music is something that can be really helpful at times when you're bored or when you're alone. But for the most part, you're just going to be cutting out some of the experience, and that's not really something you want to do. Now, for rule number two, when it comes to forcing yourself to actually have an adventure, something major I think a lot of people forget about is sticking to local town roads versus going on the highway. Obviously, if you're traveling from Pennsylvania to Montana, you don't want to be on back roads, town roads the entire way, because it's going to take you 5 times as long to get to your destination. But if you're only going a short distance in a day, maybe 100 miles, 200 miles even, why not spend that driving through some small towns? And while doing that, you're putting yourself in a chance or an opportunity to where you're going to start seeing things going on around you. And along with that, roll down your windows. You're missing out on many opportunities to enjoy things that might be going on around you. You're not going to see as much because you're not hearing anything. So obviously you want to open your windows. Now, along with driving around and being observant of the things going on around you in small towns, another way to really seek out adventure is when you see something going on, like something obviously happening in a town, when you see some sort of gathering, you see a bunch of cars parked on the side of the road in front of a park or something, don't be afraid to stop what you're doing. I mean, it's your adventure anyways, right? So why not just stop, get out, walk around, see what's going on. Don't be afraid to engage the locals, figure out, just walk up to them and be like, hey, what's going on? It seems like there's a lot going on in your town today. Stuff like that. Another thing is engaging people in general, just having conversations. You can be, at a gas station. All you got to do is go up to the clerk and just be like, hey, you guys got a nice town here. You never know what that could lead to. That could lead to any sort of conversation. It might go somewhere. You never know. So all I'm saying is, seek out these opportunities to interact with people. You miss out on a lot of that if, you're sitting in your car with your windows rolled up and you're not paying attention to what else is going on around you. Along with that, do not be afraid to go off your main route. Once again, it's your adventure, so you might as well get off the main route. One of the things me and John did was when we got to southern Wyoming, we were supposed to cross straight west into Idaho. Instead of that, we realized we were as close to Yellowstone Park as we were ever going to be, probably in our entire lives. So what we did was said, basically, screw it. We skipped the day of riding, and we drove north for about 250 miles and went to go see Yellowstone National Park. It happened to be the 4th of July. It's quite busy, but we got to see a lot of cool stuff and meet a lot of cool people that we probably wouldn't have, we probably just wouldn't have had those opportunities. I mean, we obviously would not have had those opportunities because we would have skipped out on it entirely. So in summary, don't be afraid to seek out adventure and really force yourself to be immersed in what's going on around you. Roll your windows down, take your earbuds out, listen to the things going on around you. You never know what you might come across.